it's Skip, and today we're going to be doing a playthrough of Clear the Dungeon, a little solitaire game I created a couple years ago. Not only is this a playthrough, this is also a bit of a little dev jam. I'm going to be working through a couple ideas that I had to develop the game a little further. Nothing permanent, nothing set in stone, but I just wanted to show off a couple ideas that I've been tinkering with and then how they affect the game in a way. So this is actually also an opportunity to showcase the Mythic Kingdoms deck. This was sent to me, and I did not request this, so I do want to put that out there that the Mythic Kingdoms deck was sent to me. I've got a video kind of going over what these decks are all about in more detail, but I thought what better way to show these cards off than to play with them. So that's what we're gonna do, a little Clear the Dungeon. To prepare your deck for Clear the Dungeon, you are going to need to separate all of the face cards. These are the cards you're going to be fighting against, and that will make up the dungeon. So give these a good shuffle and set them aside. Then the rest of the cards, ace through 10 in each suit, and 2 jokers are going to be in your power deck, is what I'm calling it. This is your ammunition for destroying the dungeon monsters. Now, you can make this game easier or harder by adding more jokers or fewer jokers. So if you want to make the game harder and really limit your opportunity for winning, you're going to want to go ahead and throw in 2 jokers or even a third. I was playing with the 3rd joker. Not all decks come with a 3rd joker, but this one does. All right, so setup for this game is simple. You've separated the deck into its 2 parts, and then shuffle up the dungeon cards, and then just lay out a row of 4. You're going to put 3 cards in each stack. The top cards are your first monsters. So, we've got 4 kings. This is not centered in the least. So let's go ahead and get this moved over. I'm also working with a new recording system here. This is a new camera, new setup. So bear with me. I'm trying to improve the channel at all times, and this was a nice move forward. Put this here. You can see this takes very little space. Now, the objective is to destroy as many of the monsters as possible. It is possible to destroy every monster. This does play like a classic solitaire game in that the distribution of the monsters and the distribution of the deck does affect your outcome. But that's how these classic solitaire games work. Sometimes it does just boil down to the luck of the draw. But you see that in a lot of modern games that are roguelike, in a sense. I mean, it is randomly generated levels. A lot does come down to not only what you have to use, but the order it's given to you and the order that the dungeon is presented to you. So to destroy the monster, you need to stack cards from your hand. You start with a 3-card hand, and I'll go ahead and just put those here. You're going to stack the cards. The first 2 are your attacks, and the first 2 cards need to add up to equal the value of the card or more. The 3rd card that you'll attack with is the trigger card, and that's what's used to destroy the monster, that final blow. And that card must be the same suit. So you start the game with 3 cards, and you must use all 3 or discard before you can draw 3 new cards. So you are limited to the hand, and you'll have to decide whether or not you want to use the cards or discard to get 3 new ones. So we've got the king, a queen, a king, and a jack. That's a pretty strong starting dungeon level. Now, aces are only worth 1. A rule we're going to tinker with later is making the ace worth 11, which makes the game a little hard or a little easier. For now, we're going to keep that to 1. Now, kings are going to be pretty hard to kill, so we're going to want to jump on them right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and put the 7 here. And I don't want to discard anything. I think here in the beginning, we have a pretty high chance of being able to use this ace, even though it's only worth 1. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 here on the queen. So that means the queen, I guess I didn't say this in the beginning, the jacks are worth 11. Queens are worth 12 and kings are worth 13. Sort of like their ranking structure in typical traditional games, their rank value. So now that I've put a 2 here on the queen, I need 10. I have to have a 10 to destroy this. Now that I put a 7 here on the queen, or on the king, I need 6 or better to destroy it. So I've made my life a little harder by using this 2 right now, but I really don't want to discard any cards. Uh-oh. Okay. Woo! All right. So I'm definitely putting this 10 here on the queen, and I'm going to go ahead and attack the king here with the 8. This 2 cannot be used to trigger the attack on the queen. It is not helpful here with any of the other dungeon monsters. So I am now forced to discard and draw 3 new cards. Beautiful. Okay. So 8 plus 5 is 13. No, that is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use this 5 of hearts to trigger the attack on the queen of hearts. These cards are kept separate. The cards that I've spent to destroy the monster, and we'll put the royal or the dungeon monster up here in their own pile as well. Turn over the next monster. It's another queen. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with these 2 power cards. I think the best thing I can do, so right here on this jack, I also need a 10. I think the best thing I can do is throw this 8 on the queen, because that's a pretty high card, and that will make my life easier. Again, I have another 2 here going to waste, but that's okay. Okay, sweet. Awesome. I do need this 10 here, unfortunately, and I'm not going to be able to use it for one of these bigger monsters. And I'll trigger that attack with the 4 of clubs. All right, so let's put these over here and throw the jack off and flip up a king. Oh boy, we got 3 kings going on in this dungeon. I cannot draw until I use this 5. Well, I am definitely not going to commit this 5 to the king, because then that means I need to have an 8 or better. But I can use it over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 8 plus 5 is 13. That'll take care of the king. Draw 3 more. Being able to track the cards you've played can help grow your advantage in overcoming the dungeon, especially towards the end. If you can recall which of these you've destroyed. Now, I am giving myself a bit of an upper hand here by keeping them face up. I'm going to go ahead and turn those face down. And these as well, because that is not how I typically play. Okay, so I need a club to trigger that attack on the king. And let's see here. I can actually go ahead and destroy this queen. And I will do that. Trigger that attack with the 3. Remove the queen. I really do enjoy these cards. I did not request that these things were sent to me. The people behind the deck reached out to me, and I am glad they did. These are pretty cool. In my original video, I used the Tragic Royalty deck, or Tragic Royals from Bicycle, which gave a pretty good vibe. But these add all the more flavor. Now, in one sense, it is a little, well, I'm killing fantasy royalty in a sense. So it doesn't quite fit the theme, but it is a lot more fun to put faces like this, or this design. It definitely fits the dungeon theme, even though I'm more or less clearing a castle of the royals that live there, which was a theme suggested to me after the fact. And then this game came out before Regicide, and Regicide already did that, so I really don't feel like doing that. I don't want to appear as if I'm ripping off their thematic elements. All right, well, I got an ace. That's pretty useless to me right now. What's nice, the best thing to do with these aces is if you can set it up where these can be a trigger, they are a really nice card to use for that, but cannot. Another ace. Whew. At least we're getting the aces out of the way early. I still haven't seen any of our jokers. So I have some good, strong attacks coming up, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to clear this dungeon. All right. I have 2 spades in hand that cannot be used as triggers against that king. Unfortunately, this ace is not very helpful. Ah, yes it is, against the king. So, I really, oh boy, 7 plus 5 is only 12. I really need to use this 9 on this king to make my life easier. So, I guess I'm stuck discarding another ace. Ooh. I need, how many 10s have I used? See, this is where tracking the cards would be very helpful, because now I can at least assess, I could better assess whether or not the 5 will work. Because with the 5 on the queen, I need a 7, 8, or 9, or 10. I've already seen a couple 10s, and there's a 9 there. Well, I'm going to commit the 5 to the king. Hey, all right. But that, oh. Okay, this is great. This is great. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 10 of, yes, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. The 10 on the 7, setting that up for destruction. I'm going to use this 3 of clubs to trigger the attack on the king of clubs. Discard that. See, this pile's still pretty. I really need to get this king out of the way. Ouchie. Queen of clubs. Okay. Draw 3 more. All right, a joker. Okay. Now we're talking. I could trigger an attack immediately on this queen. I need to get this king out of the way, though. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger this attack with the 6. Look at the high king. Thing is sweet. Flip up the final card in this column. It's a jack. So this is working out to have some pretty low cards towards the end. What is the best thing for me to do? I could set this up on the joker, or on the jack here. Jokers are worth any value, and they can be any suit. So they're important cards. That jack's going to be super easy to take care of. Even because a 6 and a 5 can do it. Or a 7 and a 4. I think my best bet is to put this on the queen. Now, I should clarify, the joker can't just be any number. It can only be worth up to 10, because that's the highest number available within your power deck. So if I threw this ace on that joker, that'd only be 11, and I'm 1 shy. So I'm discarding another ace. It would be nice to see some diamonds. Okay. Let's see, 7 and 4. Or an 8. I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and... Wow. I'll put the 4 on the queen and then the 6 to trigger that attack. This is the Queen of Fate. Okay. Okay. I need to commit this 4 of hearts to something, I think. You know what? I'm going to try discarding it. I'm going to see what happens. Okay. Well, that might have been dumb. That might have been dumb. I probably should have used it on the jack. That's okay. So I need diamonds here like crazy. I got a lot going on under this pile. I think discarding that 4 was a terrible idea. So let's go ahead. I'll use the 9 on the jack. I'm gonna use the 6 on this jack. And then I'll put the 3 of hearts here. Set that up for triggering. We're running out of power. I think that discarding that 4. I know I do have one more joker coming, I think. Okay, okay. I can do something here. Let's put that there. Oh, I really need to trigger. Do I have more diamonds coming? Oh boy. I better... Oh, yes, okay. So I'm going to trigger the attack on the king. Excuse me. Trigger the attack on the king of diamonds. Get the axe king out of play. This is not looking good. Oh boy. The shadow king. All right. I'll throw the 2 and the 3 here. And completely get rid of this pile. Okay. Okay. Do I have more diamonds coming? This is tough. This could easily destroy the Shadow King, this combo. Let's go for it. All right, so yeah. Just set it up like that. The 7 of spades triggers, destroys the king. It's a jack. Okay, all right. Ooh, how many cards are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need 2 here, 5, and 6. Oh, we're down to the wire. Okay. Okay. I need... Okay, I'm going to use the diamond and trigger here. I will... I'm going to put the 9... Oh, let me go ahead and clear this out. Kill the diamond queen. This would be 13. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, my last 3 cards. Nope, I can't do it. I don't have a spade. But I can trigger the attack on the one-eyed or the eagle-eyed jack. And then yeah, I'm stuck with 1 left. All right, so 1 dungeon monster left with no cards left in the draw pile. Okay, so that's where the game stops. All right, now let's go ahead and try a different idea. Okay, here we are set up for the next dungeon. What we're going to do this time around, we are going to add 3 rules just for fun. The object of this particular dungeon will be to get it defeated as quickly as possible. So we want as many cards left in the draw pile as possible. What I'm going to do is make aces worth 11. Okay, so they're extremely powerful cards. You notice in that previous game, I discarded a lot of low cards, really, and that really depended on when they came out of my hand. I could not use them as triggers. They were not good cards to put on the monsters that were out at the time. Now they're going to be super valuable. There are 2 jokers in the game. Again, those are worth a value up to 11 now. And then there are 2 other things I'm going to add. First, if you are able to destroy a monster with 3 cards that are the same suit as the monster, then that attack will go through and destroy the next monster as well. So that is really going to speed up the game. But you need to balance being able to set that up with your discards. Because if you choose to discard cards that will not help you with that in order to draw more, you're working your way through this draw pile and diminishing your score. So it's more of a nicety given to you by fate. So if you're able to set those up without penalizing yourself too much, you can, and it would be very helpful. Remember, it takes 3 cards to get rid of a monster. So if you spend more than 3 cards in order to set up that combo, then you've essentially defeated the purpose of the combo. Yeah, I think that's one way to look at it. The second thing, or the final rule, the top card of your discard pile. So remember, we separated the cards we used into its own separate pile. The top card of your discard pile is usable. So it is kind of a varying 4th card in your hand. So how you discard also matters. And if you are discarding, you might cover up a card that you set up previously. So you're managing your discard pile, the top card. And that means as you play the top card, the next top card is available. You're managing your discard pile. You're setting up the combo potentially to be able to destroy the next monster in the row. And of course, if there are no monsters left in the row, then nothing happens because the row is cleared. And aces are worth 11. Let's get going. So a hand like this is awesome, especially, but more so if you've got some kings showing up. And there's no guarantee what the next 3 cards are. So what I'm going to do here, I know how useful these are. Man. You know what? I'm just going to use all 3 of these right off the bat. I've got a heart here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because I really want to. Jokers are any suit, so that still contributes to your combo. Let's go ahead and put this on a queen. And then I'm going to discard this. That doesn't make any sense. But no, I want it to be the same suit. I'm going to discard this 10. Keep it on top. So that is my 4th card. Beautiful. Okay. No hearts here. So I'm going to have to sacrifice using a combo. And here's where it starts to kind of drag out your possibilities a little bit. If you commit to setting up that combo, you really limit what you can do with your small hand. But I can, in fact, set up a combo here. And you know what? I'm going to put the 2 here. Hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3. A diamond to trigger. Beautiful. Okay. So trigger that attack. It is all, they are all the same suit. So not only do I destroy this, but I destroy the next one. Let's take a peek here. It was the Mad Jack. Not to be confused with the game Mad Jack. There's the King of Clubs. Let's see here. Okay. So now I'm at a point where I'm going to have to discard, or actually, nope. I'm going to use this 5 to trigger. These are all the same suit. And we'll get rid of the queen and destroy the next one, which was the Diamond Queen. All right. So you're seeing how this is proving to be very, very easy, but it's more, think of it as like a speed run. And I don't know if it's fun or not. I've only begun tinkering with this. And you're seeing, I think only the 2nd session with this little idea. I've basically turned on God mode in a sense, if you think about it. All right, but I think I'm at a point where I need to, I think it would be smart. I'm going to go ahead and put that 10 there. I'm going to discard this 10. So the Jack is ready to be triggered. If I put this 7 on that king, I might as well. This is not as fun as I thought it'd be. But now I either sacrifice a combo or put this 5 on top. I'll have a diamond come up in the future for sure. So I could potentially use that as a trigger card. Nice. Okay. Yep. Let's just use the 6 here. I got 3 hearts. That's a combo. Destroy the Jack and the next card, which is a king. All right. Cool, cool. That's a spade. So let's go ahead. I'm going to throw this ace on the king. And let's spread the love a little bit here. Throw the 8 on the queen. All right. I need some. These are not the suits I need. You know what? This is not a combo, wouldn't help here anyways. So let's go ahead and throw down the 8 and the 4. Yep, and a combo won't help here anyways either. So let's, and a combo wouldn't have helped over here either. See, so I messed up. I killed the potential speed of the win by putting those there. That joker could have been used somewhere else. Yeah, queen. Oh, this could be a trigger for the king. But I don't, yeah, I do need it to be a spade. All right, I'm going to trigger you there. And kill the king of spades. This heart is useless. I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to discard this heart. So let's do... this. Okay. All right. We got a queen up. All right. Boom. Combo. Destroy that. Destroy the queen. Flip the next one up. This is still a full column. It's a heart. I could kill it right away, which I think I will. I know I'm going to forego the combo by doing that. But I don't want to discard these. Man, these are all the wrong suit. Okay. 11. Definitely. Oh. Okay. Let's do that. Destroy the queen. My allergies are kicking my butt today. Come on, I need... Okay, well, I can... Okay. I can trigger the attack on the king. And now it's just a matter of time of... Now it's just about cycling through the deck, which is not that exciting. Oh, man. Okay, it doesn't matter. I need a spade. 1, 2, 3. There's the spade. Okay. And let's do it with the ace because that card's super cool. Boom. And I cleared the dungeon. All right. So in this speed run, these cards were unused, so they go back here. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards left over, minus 4 in the discard. So 11 minus 4. I'll say my score is 7 for the speed run. Okay. So that was just kind of like the whole kit and caboodle idea. Again, this is the Mythic Kingdoms deck. Look at this. If you want a more detailed look, you can watch the video or head over to their Kickstarter page. I'm super impressed with this. I love the way it looks. I love the fantasy theme. They're trying to tie it in with D&D, it seems like, or role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games. And yeah, that was Clear the Dungeon with a couple ideas that I had kicking around. I think there's some potential there for this game to continue to develop. When I brought it out, it was purely just meant to be kind of a tribute to classic solitaire games, which are blocking games. I mean, you play them until you are able to completely organize all 4 suits or clear the board, or whatever you're able to do. And a lot of times it's just a matter of percentages. Like, you'll win the game 25% of the time, purely based on the deal and your ability to sort and organize the cards. I wanted that sort of gameplay with a bit of a dungeon crawling feel. I think there's potential here. I think the popularity of Regicide proves that there's room for classic games that have more modern elements. And that's really what I try to do with anything published on riffleshuffleandroll.com, which Clear the Dungeon is not there yet. And the reason for that is I feel like there's room for development and making it a little more. So you've seen some of the ideas I'm kicking around. I will put links in the description for the other games that are within the same realm as this, like Joker Jailbreak and what is that other? Royal Execution. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's the one that was created based on this particular game. And then but the system of the value of the face card being destroyed by a combination of the cards that equal to or more than that value came directly from Joker Jailbreak. And Regicide takes the same concept in a completely different direction. And I think that's pretty cool. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on playing.